What are you
I
doing?
always think that intro cuts off too soon.
This, okay, is £7.50.
Pay. It's going for 50 quid a gram, I've heard.
This is going to the highest bidder and starting at £7.50. Okay.
Right, no,
It's
guys,
called Juan Sheet.
Yeah, I'm good,
mate. That's good shit.
No,
That is good shit.
All the people that are watching this or are going to be watching this that are panicking that they can't get antibacteria, anything like hand gel, soap, or anything. We're reptile keepers. We've got F10. We're good. I've got liters of the shit. We're sound. Look, watch.
To be fair, floor layers have probably got most of the antibacterial gel. I have to fit in toilets all day. That's all you want to do. So I've got fucking. So if you need any, it's £75 a tube. So hit me up.
Man,
there was a guy parked up on the side of the road by me in a van, and he was selling 20 rolls of toilet roll for 20 quid.
That bloke is one, a genius, and secondly, a prick.
He deserves to be punched in the face.
But he's a fucking, but he's a genius as well. But yeah. Right, anyways, thank you for tuning in, and I want to give a really warm welcome to our guest this week because he was nominated,
but he doesn't deserve
Queen
it.
of the Reptile Keepers, the official
Queen of the
yes, the official Chill Bag Awards. And the funny thing is, the Chill Bag Awards aren't to the end of the year, but this motherfucker has got the title at the start. I don't know how he's done it.
Can you put a pink crown on his head? Like superimpose a little pink crown on his head.
I can't, but if I just screenshot him like that, I can sort it out later. Welcome to the show. Obviously, I know we were supposed to be doing this a few weeks ago, but for circumstances we couldn't. So I do appreciate you taking the time to come back. And what a time it is to be alive at the moment, guys.
I'm blown away with how things are at the moment. It's really surreal. I don't know if you guys feel this. You know, it's really, really surreal. Literally a few weeks ago, it was just something that was going on in China. Didn't expect it to escalate like this, where whole countries are shutting down their borders. You know, Ryan's saying that he's got no sound. Plug your earphones in, Ryan.
Chris, can I say
no sound either.
Your beard is on fleek today.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it is. It is a bit mad, isn't it? For anyone who can't hear sound and you really got lip reading, refresh. You know what? You guys are taking the piss out of me for doing all this wild camping and having my backpack and la-di-da-da-da, axes and all this. Mate, I'm winning at the moment because if we go lockdown, I'm doing Brokeback Mountain and I'm doing one.
Gosh, you're not though, are you?
Brokeback
So did
Mountain.
you see his message today?
Have you seen Brokeback Mountain?
His post today was on our private group was, if we get locked down, I'm going to the park. I went, you're not setting up underneath the kids' swings again, Hoss. You're frightening them.
But no, the kids won't be around to be frightened because I'll be all. Yes, Matty Hemus knows. Matty Hemus is also one of these weird people that does wild camping. No, Snowdonia is a little bit too far, mate. Let's try Sutton Park.
It's a bit too steep. That's what he means for Hoss.
But has anyone done anything regarding their reptiles and supplies and anything like that? Because that potentially could be something. If we are like locked down and supplies get low for a while, is there anything we've done?
With regards to snakes, we're quite lucky, really, that they'll last longer than we will. But I suppose, I mean, and Danny's probably better than anyone on out of the four of us to sort of, you know, if you've got lizards and things like that, that's more of a daily sort of like routine. Yeah.
I'd say anyone with chameleons like Corey and Kate, I think they'll probably struggle. I think that's going to have to be a farm jobby, isn't it? They're going to have to go and get fresh.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I mean, like fruit-eating geckos and stuff, Pangea. Tubs. People have tubs of it, so they should be okay.
And what would you recommend, Danny? Would you? Because I know you used to make some of your own food up, make it up, and just freeze it.
What, as in like the fresh stuff? You mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're making fresh stuff, yeah, then if I was you, I'd go out and bulk buy it now and freeze. Make a huge batch and freeze it. That's what I used to do. That should last. It usually lasts about probably 4 or 5 months in the freezer. Anything after that, and it's a bit. Bleh. But yeah, that's certainly what I'd be doing if I still had geckos.
It's the people who've got like live feeders as well, all these crickets and roaches and stuff. Yeah, it's going to be hard, especially if shops have to start closing. Obviously, we've always got the internet, but are people still going to be delivering? It's really hard because we don't know anything, do we?
No.
Yeah, I know Jay's saying here, he's got a doobie colony going. And I know a lot of people who do keep lizards, they have their own sort of like little, it's not hard, is it, to breed some of the insects and the crickets and whatnot? You usually just put some egg crates into a box and let them go and you could probably produce your own. Might be something, if you're not used to it, you're just used to going to a pet shop to buy, might be something that you could consider.
Definitely. Okay, so before we get into Chris, because Chris is chewing gum rapidly and his arms are crossed and he looks like he's waiting for an unexpected delivery. So for everyone who's purchased our new merchandise, thank you. There's been loads of people purchasing Danny's new creation, which is the Reptile and Chill T-Rex with a cocktail glass. Look,
if anybody doesn't know, anybody hasn't realised, that's Hoss, isn't it? That's Hoss drinking his cocktail.
I'm going to demonstrate.
This is why, for anybody that wonders, this is why Hoss drunks on the side of his mouth, because he can't reach the front.
Yeah,
he can only reach here.
Oh, bless him. But it does. Now I can see on a top. I think it looks even better. It looks amazing, doesn't it?
Yeah,
cool,
yeah.
I know Roberta's bought one in purple.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to seeing a picture of that because I haven't seen the purple ones myself. I've got this lovely desktop. Yeah, but thank you. So if you do want to purchase more merchandise and help support our podcast, then please head on over to reptileandchill.com. As usual, our social media, or on Instagram, or on Twitter, but we don't really use that, Facebook and YouTube at the handle of Reptile and Chill. And if you want to join our community group on Facebook, then head on over to Facebook, type in Reptile and Chill community group, click join, and get talking because it's wicked.
Hoss, can I just quickly say, I ordered this, literally a few days ago.
Yeah.
And usually, I know what people were giving me some stick for it taking ages. We didn't have to do anything now. I literally just clicked a couple of buttons, paid for it, and then bang, it's just arrived today. So
yeah, it's like 3-4 days it took for mine to arrive.
Yeah.
We can get T-shirts, window car stickers. We can get dresses and leggings. That's interesting. And socks.
Peter needs some interesting
Pillows, mugs.
Pillows.
Harem pants?
Yes, we can get harem pants.
Oh no!
I'm working on a design. I'm thinking our faces cartooned all over them. But yeah, I'll keep them to myself, I think. And Chris has already had enough of my shit and he's walked away. He's back. So Jay, literally get yourself on the website and just order it, mate. James, I'm not going to model the leggings. It's not going to happen. I'm not doing it.
I think you should. I agree with James, 100%.
Yeah,
No.
and I do.
No,
I think that's a challenge.
It's not
with
a
nothing
challenge.
else on bar the leggings.
No.
It looked like an old 1980s wrestler, wouldn't he, Hoss?
Well,
Ultimate Warrior.
To be honest, right, I'm a little bit concerned about you because of what happened with you and Luke Dent on Saturday. Danny, I swear to God, firstly, I'm sorry, it wasn't at my house. Mike didn't invite you. I'm sorry.
Danny, Danny, just for your information, mate, I didn't invite Hoss either. It was a family gathering with me and Luke, and Hoss just went, "Oh, is Luke coming round yours? Oh, well, I'll come round and I'll bring chicken tikka." Because and I was like, "Oh, okay, you're coming round then."
Who's chicken tikka? Is she the new one?
Yeah.
So anyways, I'm talking to Mike's wife, and I turn round, and he's making out with Luke Dent.
I'm jealous.
I
I think I'm more jealous of that than I am, of the actual whole.
Well, I'm not being funny, but Chris, like, we've been in bed with Mike. We know what it's, you know what I mean, and he's cheated on us.
It wasn't impressive either.
Nah,
I've been in bed with all three of you.
Wazza, you know that comment you've just made? There's only one way to respond to that. That is to shut the fuck up. I can't. No. If these two pair of lovely individuals want to do it, I'm not doing it.
I'm up for it. I think Hoss should start. I'm up for it.
You don't want to see me struck my stuff.
I fucking do.
But anyways, Chris, welcome to the show. What have you got for us? And who are you as well?
Who the hell is this guy?
Who am I?
Yeah, what is your official title?
Oh,
Queen.
The queen of the reptile industry.
Queen of the reptile industry.
Just need to get a wee tiara now.
Yeah, mate, can be
Now
sorted.
some of the listeners are going to struggle because he's got a very, very broad Northern Irish accent.
Do you think it's broad?
So you might have to. Pardon?
Do you think it's broad?
Usually when you say TH with a H, yeah. Do you think it's broad?
You think?
Think.
No, I thought I was all right. Peter Nishi's accent's the one to watch out for.
So
He thinks he's Ugandan, mate.
Yeah.
So Chris was on a podcast that come out probably a couple of weeks ago.
I'll get it.
3 weeks ago. So if you haven't listened to that, give it a listen.
Oh.
Mate, he killed me at the start. He did. What did he put?
Peter?
Oh, mate, he killed me.
A frustrating experience I had buying razor
Not that
blades.
one.
Most Brit
It's an advert. Why is there an advert?
There he is.
brands were overpriced. Hey,
Gosh, you just
We're gonna have to listen to the advert first.
Because I'm not famous, but I did start a men's grooming company called Harry's.
You could just play that bit quietly.
Harry's came out of a frustrating experience I had buying razor blades.
Just hold it away. It doesn't work like that.
Overdesigned and out of touch. At Harry's, our approach is simple.
Shut up!
Here's our secret. We make sharp, durable blades.
It's your fault. It's your fault that ad's on there.
We haven't even got ads on the podcast.
If we can understand Hoss, I think we'll be all right with Greece.
That is true. That is too fucking true.
You guys have already made the switch to Harry's, so thank you if you're one of them.
How long is Albert?
We hope you
I don't. That's so long.
Get a
You can't even skip it.
it.
God, no wonder no one listens to our fucking
Not being
podcast.
funny, right? But it's an advert about razor blades.
I reckon Hoss is making some big money off our adverts, and we're not getting to know about this, Danny. What do you reckon?
I reckon that advert has just made him £1 alone. It's that fucking long.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give to you the one and only Peter Sutcliffe-looking motherfucker. His name is Chris Wilson. His beard looks like shit, and he has a shitty snake collection. I hope you like him. Good night.
Oh, God.
Brilliant.
That is
God
brilliant.
love him.
Good night at Doncaster.
God love him.
It was. That was amazing. Right, so Chris, for the second time in my life, I'm going to say this: get your snake out.
Get the snake out.
Get
What do
your
you want to
snake
see first?
Well,
Oh.
you let
I
us
just want
know,
to see
mate.
the three species of short-tailed python: the Bloods, the Borneos, and the Sumatrans.
Yeah,
Right,
sounds amazing.
have we banned Graham Patterson from this feed because he's going to be all over this if you do that?
Let's go.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
I like your
How-
wallpaper.
How rude is he just showing us the back of his head?
I know.
You said you liked that last time, Hoss. Looking
Yeah,
at the
but
back of your head.
No comment.
So, where's my shipping camera? There we go.
Oh, nice.
Bang, bang, right on the front.
So, this is a matrix blood python. So, it's the incomplete dominant form of the ivory.
What's his name?
I don't have names for it.
Neo. Its name is now Neo.
Okay. Neo.
Are we going to name every single snake?
You can name
Yes.
them all. Sure.
Only if it's
Okay.
from the Matrix. If it's a female, its next name is Trinity.
Go, Queenie, go.
Like it. So yeah, that's a matrix. So I'll show you the super form of this.
Chris, have you got kids?
No.
Not yet. Oh, wow.
So this is the super form of that snake that you've seen. So this is a matrix.
I really like that.
That looks like a royal python.
Oh, no. Don't say that.
That's
you
how you get really offended.
You're per man.
I think that's a poor man's raw python, to be honest.
Yeah, I think so. It looks like a muddy royal python. Yeah, with a squashed head. Yeah.
No, he's ready to go. Isn't he? He's locked and loaded.
This one can be temperamental, but most of them are actually decent. So yeah.
Yeah, and I was surprised. I know when we were speaking to Graham, and I thought, that they could be quite feisty. But I think, like a lot of species, carpet pythons, people go, oh, they're quite feisty and quite bitey. But
yeah,
that's not always the case, is it?
As babies, they're nippy, like, but with just continually holding them and stuff, they eventually calm down. I'll show you another blood python. So this is the golden eye.
I'm just saying, as well, Mike's pouring a pint. That was as calm as anything then.
It's not having a wee.
No, yeah, because people can't see me. It just sounds like I'm having a wee.
That's nice. That's a golden eye.
Yeah, this is the golden eye. Yeah.
Have you got anything else other than royal pythons?
Honest to God, mate, he's going to knock you out when he sees you.
Get a head on that. That for me, that shot there, Chris. That's beautiful. The eyes, that line straight through the middle of its eye as well. Yeah, I like that. I mean, from a photographic point of view, Chris, I know you do your photography as well, so that for me is amazing.
I try to.
That's it, yeah.
Right, so that's, do you want to see any more blood pythons, or do you want to move on to something else?
Yeah, we're finished with the Royals now, mate. Can you get on to some interesting?
To be honest, I haven't showed you my new Royal. Have you seen it?
Oh God, don't.
Is that a little rock? It's an actual rock, isn't it?
It's a Royal Python. Look.
That's a rock.
Do you know what? There's a lot of Royal Python keepers out there, and you're going to piss them right off. I've had Royal Pythons in the past. They can be amazing snake.
Whether they keep Royal Pythons or not, I'm probably going to piss them off anyway. So,
to be fair, our main
Nice.
dealing with a Royal Python breeder was Blood Bowl. So,
Yeah.
Oh, little Danny. Little Danny. That's cool, man. Is that black?
This is a Sumatran short-tailed python. Python Curtis.
Nice. Yeah, that's those markings.
So will that get darker as it gets older? Or
Yeah. She was like a brownie color when I got her. I actually got this off Peter News. Peter bought it off a guy called Fraser over in Scotland, who breeds the Sumatrans. So he sort of has hand-picked animals that he's named, like I think it's Black Magic or Pitch Black or something like that there. So they get darker with age, but yeah. So that's a 2-year-old animal.
2 years old. So,
Yeah.
with regards to keeping these, Chris, your setups and that for this type of animal, how you set up, is it pretty much the same as you would do for a lot of other species?
Yeah, well, I keep all the bloods and the short tails and the Borneos all in a rack system. I have that JBK rack system with the V70 tubs, and that'll do them maybe until they're like sub-adults. You know, anything over sort of 4 feet, then you're going to need to get bigger tubs, I would say. But yeah, it's quite basic. Like I've just literally swapped over to the Repti chip. Like, I used to keep everything on cardboard, but these guys like the burrow. So you'll open up the tubs and they'll look like there's no snakes in there because they're underneath the substrate. But these will just have their head poking out because these are obviously ambush predators. They're one of the laziest species of snake out there. So they just will basically sit there and wait for food to come to them instead of going out and actually looking for it.
Yeah, it's funny you say that. I've noticed my dummerel does that a lot. It buries itself in the subspecies. I don't know if you think
in
this
the
is
subspecies.
Subspecies?
in the substrate. Sorry, in the substrate. But what I have noticed is the strike speed of the strike on the dummerel is a lot quicker than my carpet pythons.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you found that with
these guys are like coiled springs.
Yeah,
So as soon as the scent of rodent comes into the room, these guys are all waiting for it. You know, as soon as you pull out the drawer, they're coming out at you.
I feel like I need to counter something. You said they're like one of the laziest species, but have you ever tried to bury yourself?
Yeah, true.
That shit is hard work. Like that is a lot of effort. I'd rather run after my food than I would bury myself and wait for it. Like shit, that must take some patience.
These guys have a really slow metabolism. I don't know if you know about that as well.
Yeah, apparently they shit like twice a year, and that's about it.
Yeah, well, I've had some animals that have done 3 shits in a year.
Okay, so Chris, I need to let you know because there's some abuse going on in this chat. So Tony Wilson reckons that you normally wear Wilder's gloves, and he's now calling you an ambush predator. Now, I'm not one to bring in image, right? But he looks like a dog with a fucking military hat on. Like,
yeah, it's a dash hound.
Yeah, I'm not being funny, right? But you can't call anyone an ambush predator when you look like that, mate. Like,
Tony's a very good friend.
He doesn't sound like it, mate, to be honest.
He just stabbed you right in the back, mate. He's an enemy.
Yeah,
he's a frenemy.
You know predators online when they don't put pictures of themselves up as their profile picture.
Catfish.
So, Chris, if you want to give us his address, we can for you.
We know a guy.
We know where he lives. Mr. Shalby. Right then. Graham likes royals. James Russell is a subspecies. Craig, evening.
So this is a Borneo short-tailed python.
Oh, look, the markings on that.
Yes, definitely a royal python, that one. 100%. You can't hate me.
I can't wait to see you at Doncaster.
It's a caramel spider. It's a caramel spider bumble, that is, isn't it?
Yeah, bumble.
She's actually in shed at the minute. She usually has like a real nice orange head. I don't know if it's coming through.
Yeah. Loads of blushing.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Okay.
Tia,
this is hilarious.
We've had 2 Irish guys 2 weeks in a row. Now, what's funny about that is that Chris should take offence because he's not Irish. He's Northern Irish. And Tia's partner isn't even Irish, but he sounds more Irish than you, mate.
Not the guy who was on last week.
Yeah.
The guy that refuses to admit that he's completely Irish.
It's mad, right?
Borneo short-tailed python.
Oh, so put your old pythons away, mate. What have you got for us? What else you got?
Want to see an olive python?
An olive python?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
If it's green, then you got to put it back. It's got to be olive.
Danny, whilst we're waiting, Craig's asking, how's the Norfolk cure to coronavirus?
I've got coronavirus, so not very good. It's not. It's crap. It's
Yeah, I mean,
crap
funny, right?
cure.
But look at Danny. He doesn't look well, does he?
I
No,
never
he
look
doesn't.
well. I can't see a toothpick sticking out of it, so I'm not interested.
Oh, look.
How old is
old-
this? This is a baby.
Yeah, this is a CB19. This was last year's. Yeah.
It's nice.
It's just quite long.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They are-
very slender, mate. But
Yeah.
they are long for a captive bred 19.
They're not chunky animals, though, are they?
No.
No,
They're like
not
semi-arboreal.
I'm supposed because these things would just eat every day.
Yeah. So do you want to tell us a little bit about this snake, where it's from?
Where it's from,
It lives in Northern Ireland.
as in the breeder, actually where it's from.
No, in the wild, mate.
Oh yeah, this is an Australian species.
They are lovely. I'd love one. They just get quite big, don't they?
So this is Liasis, yeah?
Yeah, Liasis olivaceous.
Mm.
They do.
And
get really
how many different types of olive python are there?
There's just the one. No,
One.
there's two. There's a subspecies, isn't there? I'm pretty sure, but it's not really in the hobby.
Oh, okay.
But then you have the Papuan python, which is
Yeah.
incorrectly said it's an olive python, but it's a Papuan python.
Yeah.
There it is. So,
Is there any genetic or similarities between the two? Do you reckon they were on one island and then splitting over years?
I don't
Or
think
is
so. They're completely different. If you look at a Papuan's head compared to an olive python's head, like she won't sit still, but an olive
but a
python's head is quite
Papuan-
long.
A Papuan python looks like it's been hit with a fucking saucepan, mate.
Yeah, it's like a big bulldog head.
Looks
That's
amazing. I've
Are
never
they
held
in-
one.
Are they coming in the post?
Do you want them?
Yeah. I'm not paying for them. Oh, I
I'll
can pay.
bet
I
on
can pay for them.
I'm guessing they're just like any other. Is it just like any other Liasis, and basically it's tolerable handling, and then it comes to food, and it's like literally get the fuck out of the room. My mascots were nuts.
These guys are quite food orientated, but they're when there's no rodents or anything in the room, they're grand. Same as the savu pythons.
Oh, can't wait to see them. If I'm honest with you.
I didn't do nothing, Craig. You're lying. Stop trying to ruin my reputation. Yeah, man. They're cool.
They are cool.
Definitely really cool. It's grown loads since I saw pictures of it last as well.
Yeah, well, I'm only feeding it every 2 weeks. She's eating like a wiener rat, a large wiener rat. She eats that every sort of 2 weeks. I kind of wait until the snakes sort of digest everything and then shit, and then I'll offer them food a few days later.
Yeah.
Because if you keep on piling food into them, they end up getting fat and lethargic.
And they will.
Yeah.
Naturally, they will just eat, won't they? I mean, I think Danny's analogy is quite good. Wait for them to pass the food, and then you can visually see them actually looking for something else.
Yes.
I noticed with mine, they'll come out onto the branches, they'll start looking around and moving around. And they've emptied themselves. They're ready for another feed, and then you can go again.
Definitely.
They're quite a pretty wee animal. I love their heads. Their heads are really nice.
You see, it's the little silvery eyes as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not gonna fall for it. The male's in shed at the minute, so I'm not going to bother getting him out.
That basically, he's bottled it because you're going to get bit.
The male's an asshole, so you can stay where he is.
No, I know Chris. He just doesn't want to show an animal that doesn't look its best.
Yeah, that's
Not the savus.
Savus, then? Yeah, man.
100%.
Right, so Danny, I'm quickly going to kick you off. You're going to run around his house now. I'm going to steal him. Right, I'll see you in a minute. Bye. Do you reckon he's going to do it?
No.
Man. I was going to wipe my ass with it and say, is it still worth anything?
So this is the male.
I reckon it would be, mate.
Yeah, probably even more.
Oh.
Savu. They're cool, man.
Now I love the faces and the eyes on these.
Yeah, so this is the male. So he's not as dark as the female.
Yeah.
And this is a 4-year-old animal. So they stay small. Like, they're actually they're a really nice size.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd think you'd see more of them in the hobby.
Yeah.
But I suppose they're just quite hard to get hold of, aren't they?
It's breeding them, isn't it? It's the
Yeah.
but it's the incubation people struggle with, isn't it? I believe.
Yeah. That's a cool animal.
Adrad doesn't seem to have any problems, does
yeah,
it?
but Adrad breeds
Adrad
everything,
can breed
don't they?
everything. He's like a breeding god. Either that or he pays someone else a lot of money to do it for him. I reckon it's Luke, personally.
Yeah, that's nice, that is, mate.
So I like how the
So
gradient's kind of like silver and it almost goes down to like an orange on the tail.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's like real coppery, isn't it? That's
So
nice.
just for any of the listeners, anybody watching tonight, if they've got any questions about these guys, just fire them through and we'll ask Chris.
Pew, pew.
See if he can answer them.
So Warren Booth has said, remember where you will be sending baby savus, Chris? I'll send you some caramel albino Sumatrans in exchange. Because that deal's been done on our show, you
So is
both
it
owe us
10%? Is it just 10%? We say
20%.
Oh, no,
Okay.
20% because
Nice.
it's more than one animal.
Yeah,
So.
it's a world. We're in a crisis at the moment with coronavirus, so we're 20%.
I think we should add an extra 5 for the coronavirus. So that's 5 each, so 25% each. So that's 50%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't ask me how I came up with that math, but it works.
Do you want me to show you the female?
Go on,
Yes.
then.
Katie, I haven't got it out yet. Wait.
But then Michael was like, it's okay, I suppose, but it's no house snake.
It's true. It's definitely not a house snake.
I quite like house snakes, to be honest.
Me
They're
too.
a really, really underrated species. So if anyone wants to give me some house snakes, I don't mind.
They're very, 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 very chilled.
And very cheap. They're like 20 quid.
It's the only snake Molly's ever held. One
Honestly.
house snake. Yeah. She's
Wow.
never, ever touched another snake. One house snake. That's it.
What hides do you use for your snakes?
You think? See, you haven't been keeping up with the live show, Chris.
Kick him off.
Get
Kick him
off.
off. He
Get
hasn't
off.
seen Danny's DIY. Fuck him off. Come on, see
Fuck
you
him.
later. Yeah, that's a 5
Oh.
and all for offending me.
Absolutely.
Okay, it's like, oh god,
Guys,
oh, God.
Mike, look at that hole. It's not symmetrical.
Nah, I don't like it. It should be in the middle.
Do you know what? You have used a tank cutter for that, but where you've gone in on the angle, it's not quite symmetrical, Chris.
Yeah.
So you just need to up your game a bit, mate.
But you know where you get those hides at Doncaster and they're like a tenner
Nah.
and they're nowhere near as big as this.
Nah, no one cares. You didn't see mine. Mine are all that matter.
I haven't seen yours.
Oh, do you know what?
You got to see mine. They're the best.
Fuck off,
Get him off.
Chris. Get off. He can come back on once he's watched the last live show where you did
Yeah, go on,
DIY with Danny.
Come on. We'll wait. We've got time. Come on, Chris. What was you trying to say about your hides? What?
They're out of IKEA. They're only £4.
What are they?
Right,
Tubs for the drawers?
No, they're like shoe boxes, plastic shoe boxes.
Oh,
What do you put in there?
shoes.
I put the
mate.
Crocs.
So for the price of one of your hides, Danny, right, can make 4, and he can put the hole in it with a pair of scissors. You have to go and get a
and it's
needle
symmetrical.
and a tank cutter, and it's symmetrical.
Show me one.
Put the picture up, boss. He's got one on his head.
Yeah,
Oh.
put the one with me and my head on it.
Put me under pressure.
Ah,
I would do it
I
myself.
can't get
but
the
I'm
staff
okay.
nowadays.
Oh, fucking.
On the WhatsApp group.
Whilst you're finding that, Chris, obviously, this is the female.
Yeah, this is the female. So as you can see, she's a lot
And
darker.
and is that usually the case with the
Yeah,
savus,
really
mate?
dark.
Is it usually the females that are darker?
Yeah, well, according to Dave and Tracy Barker's book.
There you go. There's my little green bucket hide.
Look.
Do you know what? I made that.
And
They're so easy to make. I made it on the live stream.
you made
right,
it
okay.
DIY with Danny, made it on the live stream, and it's more natural. It looks more natural than yours because it's green.
It's green.
You could paint that green.
People always need buckets like
Oh,
that.
there's more money. Now you've got to pay paint
Now it's
to
costly.
paint it
and it's
green.
time consuming. Fumes for the animal. Nah,
Yeah.
mate. No.
Okay, can we get back to snakes, please? Jesus, wept.
There's the silver eyes.
Ah, she is gorgeous.
If
You know
there
what?
was
That one-
ever a snake that said derp, it's that one.
Derp.
Look at that face, derp.
To be honest, guys, can't you, this one's got
From
wonky eyes.
underneath.
This one's got wonky eyes, so Chris doesn't want it no more, so I'll have it. It's fine.
Okay. Yep.
It's cool, man.
Yeah,
I
that's
do like
really,
Robert.
really cool. And like you say, you don't see a lot of them about, do you?
So
No.
Chris,
Well-
do you know how we got do you know how we got savus into the hobby? You know the story.
No.
So apparently, there's an American importer who was bringing in loads of macrots pythons and was selling them. And then there was this one which was different, and they just presumed it was a macrots python until they realised that it was a different species.
Different species.
And then they wanted more of them, well, subspecies.
Mhm.
And then they wanted more of them, but they couldn't get access to that island again because of the weather and different restrictions.
Uh-huh.
And it wasn't until many years later until they got permission to be able to go back onto the island to get more. And then we ended up having more savus in captivity then.
And then that's when they realised it was an actual separate subspecies.
Yeah. But it was, they thought it might be like a locality difference or something at first.
Oh,
I
right.
really thought that was going to be like an interesting
It
story.
is, but if you look at the island of Savu, it's nothing
Yeah.
but rock. It's just rock. That's
Well,
what there's nothing on it.
there is a lot of vegetation, a lot of dry grass.
Yeah,
But it's quite like Australia.
harsh.
You stick with your hide, Queenie. you go get him, girl.
I think we should get Chris a t-shirt, like official chill bag queen.
I'm gonna design. I'll design him one. It'll be.
Mate.
I'll have a pink crown on it and just the name Queenie underneath it, and then at the bottom we'll just buy Reptile and Chill.
That's cool, man. Right, so we're 38 minutes in, so we've got to wrap this up soon. So I want to see.
We haven't. Not in the current climate. We can go all night.
No, this next bit might take a bit of time. So, Chris, can you get your pasty, good-looking white ass somewhere and get a retic for me, please? Preferably the really big one, so you struggle.
So you struggle.
And you think he's pasty now, you wait until he's got the big one. Then he's going to be white all over.
Oh, okay. So Warren Booth's saying the natives on Savu actually thought there were two species of snake, one small red orange and one large black.
Okay, fair enough. I think it was an NPR episode that I heard what I said was on.
Mate,
He's Warren's talking about the natives on Savu.
Right, okay.
He's not talking about the importers, mate. So
But
whether he was thinking, I think Warren, just confirm, mate. Was you on about the fact that they thought that the male and the female was two different species because one's darker or lighter?
the major issue, the major issue is that only a single boat delivered or picked up from the island, and it was only over 2 to 3 weeks. Hence, little interest in shipping. Yeah, that That was the fall. So it was a long time ago that I heard it. But it's mad, isn't it? How we don't really know much about where our animals came from, the history about them coming into captivity. That is a really big raw python.
That one's a massive corn snake.
So this is a mochaccino.
Mochino. Yeah, so it's the moccagene bred any of the albino forms.
Okay.
Oh, coronavirus.
Just going for a wee again, guys.
Okay, cool.
So how old is this animal?
I'm
2
worried
years
that your
old.
urine fizzes.
And how big, roughly?
About 10 foot.
In 2 years.
10 foot, sorry, 2 years old, 10 foot. So people thinking about getting a retic, that this is something that they just need to consider. You know, we've got dwarf retics, super dwarf retics, and then you well, anything in between and your standard retics. There's loads of different morphs, but in 2 years, you've got a 10-foot animal.
And to be fair, it's worth noting that it's quite clear that Chris has not overfed that animal.
Oh, yeah.
That is a nice, lean, healthy-looking animal. It's not been power-fed at all. That is just...
how often are you feeding this individual?
She gets fed once a month.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Honestly, she's gorgeous. If you could freeze that animal like that now, I'd have one of them. 100%. And I know you can with sort of like the super dwarfs, but
yeah,
that's
They're going to
amazing.
triple that,
I love the heads on them. It's the heads and their eyes. And Chris, I know we've had quite a few sort of like retic keepers on and talking about them, and they are a very clever snake as well. Have you noticed that, mate?
Oh, yeah, 100%. This animal reacts differently with me than other people.
Honestly, so
yeah.
What have you got in the corner that all of the snakes seem to be really focused on? Like every time you hold the snake over, it's looking at like that corner. Like, look, what is that? Look, it's like,
yeah.
What is
there
that?
a
I want it.
It's your face.
Oh, it's definitely horses. Trust me.
It's definitely female.
Well, one of us smells a bit, that obviously. So what size enclosure is this retic currently?
She is currently in a 4x2, but building at the minute a 6x3x3 for her.
Oh, okay.
Gosh.
And we're gonna put a lot of branches and stuff in it, like, cause these guys do like to climb. They're quite, athletic.
Yeah, and I can imagine as well. So she's going to 6x3x3, and she's still growing.
Oh
she's
yeah.
Bigger. And you're probably going to end up going to what, an 8x4 or something like that.
Yeah, I would love to go 8x3x4.
Yeah.
Just give them
people are thinking about getting reticulated pythons. Like, it's a big bloody commitment and it's expensive. And when you've got something this size, so what's this animal eating every month?
She's eating like a medium to large rabbit.
Okay, and what's the cost of that? About 12 quid a go?
Yeah, about a tenner.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So it's not cheap. It isn't cheap at all. Then you've got the electricity, the size of the enclosure. You've got to heat it. So you're probably looking at an 500 watt IHS for a big enclosure like that. So, it's a lot of money. So it's a big commitment. So
that's why I only have one of them.
Yeah.
I used to have 14.
Did you?
Is that are you intending just to keep that as a pet then?
Pardon?
Are you just intending on keeping that one as a pet then? You're not intending on breeding it?
Because there was always one snake I regretted selling years ago, and it was my very first retic, and I've always regretted selling her. So I just thought, these are my favorite species of snake, and I thought, I'll get a Mochino, because the Mochino, in my opinion, is the nicest.
Really sharp, clean-looking snake, isn't it?
For me, if it's a retic, it's a golden child, like a really dark golden child.
I love the reticulated pattern. Like, I don't think it's a nicer.
I agree with you, Chris. I think that the retic pattern is one of the nicest patterns out there.
Yeah, I don't know. You've got, is it the yellowhead, the barley yellowhead, or something like that?
Pardon?
Was it a barley yellowhead or something like that?
Well, there's all different types of yellowheads. Yeah, you would be the best person to talk to about retics. Is the guy I got this from, Jacob. He owns what's his surname? Can't remember his surname. I'll tag you on it, well, some of his posts. See some of the animals he has. He has like a lot of localities, like the Sulawesi's and stuff. So they're the biggest locality of the retics. Yeah. So they get the biggest head. They have a nice big orange yellow head as well as they get older.
Okay, I guess that's an interesting one there with Craig's put up. Retics get a bad rep sometimes, and they aren't as bad as some people think to keep and work with. Have you found that? You know, are they generally plain sailing, quite tame, or?
Well, just when it comes to food, I always have a hook. So if I'm taking her out to be handled, I'll just touch her with the hook. Because if you touch her with your hands, he's just going to grab you in a food response, and that's I think that's it goes with all retics really. You know, as soon as it comes to food, it's just their brain just switches into feeding mode, and they're just going to grab anything they can grab.
The thing is again worth noting, even a retic that size with a head that size would just tear you open.
Yeah, she's got nice teeth.
Yeah. But again, nice. So has most of our pet dogs got big, whether it's a Jack Russell, probably got bigger teeth than what that retic's got. Do you know what I mean?
I've got a scar, if you can see. I've got a scar on my thumb there from a Jack Russell.
Yeah, your Jack Russell's a prick.
Yeah, he is a prick.
He is an actual prick.
He likes me.
I think I'd rather deal with that fucking reticulated python on a daily basis than your pissing shitty little Jack Russell.
Oh man!
Look, he knows it's true. Look, he knows.
He's old. He's old. We've had him a long time, and unfortunately, he's going to die soon.
He's horrible.
He's got a bit of dementia, hasn't he, as well?
Yeah, he's nice before I go.
He's great fun, though, to be fair.
Yes, right.
Yeah, so Archie the Jack Russell has got dementia. He's losing his marbles.
Is he really?
He can't see very well. His hearing's not really good. And it's just like I feel sorry for him, but he's a twat.
He is a twat. He's a lovable twat, but he's a twat.
Yeah, he growls at you, goes to bite you, doesn't bite you because he knows it's bad. Then looks at you as if like, I'd really like to do that. Then he thinks about what he's been thinking about and he's sorry. He comes up to you and gives you affection.
Oh, bye, Phelps.
But Phelps needs a poo. I don't know. Phelps has just gone.
What's that? Is that a Royal Python?
That's a boa constrictor.
Is it? I can't see it.
That is. I'm going to get this wrong now. It's a snake.
What do you think the genetics are?
What?
It's a BCI.
No.
BBC. It's not a BCI, is it? No.
It is.
Is it?
Yeah, Boa Imperator, yeah. So this is a Posh Super Hypo Motley Jungle. And then it's Het Cal, Het Anery, Posh Het Squirtail.
Is it Het like Starbucks as well?
Gazoon type. That was the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. This is Het for absolutely everything in the fucking world, including coronavirus.
Yeah, I just need to do this really quickly. So James, sit down there. Right. There you go.
It's true, actually, because horses, snakes are pricks as well.
He's not.
So it makes a lot of sense.
He belongs to my parents. He's not actually my dog.
Hi, Phelps.
Hello.
Where you been? Where
did you go? Did you go?
Just went to the little boy's room.
Just went for a poo.
Just went for a little wee.
Do you need some of this?
I haven't got 50 quid, mate, for that. Oh, lovely.
That's nice. It's got a really nice stripe all the way down it.
Right. Sorry, because I was going to the little boy's room. What have we got here, Chris?
This is a Posh Super Hypo Jungle Best.
A what?
That's exactly what we said. A what?
A super jungle.
Coronavirus, Het, albino. He's cool.
It's cool, man.
Yeah, they are cool. I do like them. Which ones were the ones with the really, really, really dark tails? Yeah,
Oh,
show.
they're the guy who keeps commenting, Tony. He bred all these here,
Oh, okay.
so he has them.
Mm.
Yeah, they were nice. They were nice, like the real black tails, weren't they?
So, are you enjoying herping for a living at the moment, Mike?
Who, me? Oh,
Yeah.
I am. Yeah. To the point where.
Ooh.
Yeah, to the point where I'm going to downsize my collection.
That looks like a rainbow trout.
It's really nice.
Het
It's really nice.
Corona.
My Corona. That's really nice. Yeah, so Mike, talk to us about that, because you spoke to me and Danny about it the other day, and I think you're bonkers mad, because I think you can do both still. If you want to cut down, wicked, but God, don't stop keeping.
Do you know what? If I'm honest with you, I got a massive. I've been getting a massive buzz of seeing them in the wild, more so than I do when I used to get a buzz keeping them and getting them out all the time. Family circumstances, having a dog, I don't get the snakes out like I used to, and they're more like sort of like showpieces, or not showpieces, but they're here in my reptile room, and I'm not getting the enjoyment out of keeping them. And you mentioned it a little while ago, Hoss, about sort of like having them. And I suppose just going out and seeing them in the wild, I'm not joking you. I recommend it to anyone who's into reptiles. The
Hi,
feeling.
Conrad.
Pardon?
Hi, Conrad.
Sorry, Hoss. Oh, sorry. The feeling you get when you see one in the wild, it's unbelievable, because you don't usually see a snake that you're used to having in your room just there outside in your country. And I'm like, I mean, Chris doesn't get that opportunity, unfortunately, unless he comes over this side of the water.
We common lizards over here.
Yeah, have you got any non-native species over there, Chris?
No.
Nothing, just common lizards.
Just we common lizards, yeah.
Yeah. But even then, mate.
Pardon?
How can I put it? I understand where you're coming from, what you want to do, and you want to spend more time out in the wild. I'm glad I didn't completely sell up. I'm glad for fuck's sake.
Oh, he started talking like.
I'm glad I cut down and I don't keep as much as I did. But I'm glad I didn't stop keeping. So I think, and it's not about what I think, it's about what you want to do, but I think you should slim down and keep something.
I haven't got a massive collection, mate, as you know.
How many have you got, Mike?
About 9 or 10 now, so nothing major. And yeah, I know what you're saying. I'd love somebody to have the Darwins and breed them and be successful with them. I don't know.
Do you just keep carpet pythons, Mike?
Yeah, I've got one dummerel and the rest are all carpets. But
maybe that's a reason, because it's all the same species.
Possibly, if I'm honest with you. Whilst watching you with the retic tonight, I was thinking I could get rid of them all and just have one nice retic.
Yeah. That's not what I did. I kept the carpet. I give the carpet a really big enclosure, and I started again. And now I'm kind of like, what can I keep? I've got that bug again. Quickly, whilst I'm just thinking about it, Johnny Wood, are you still thinking about herping trips abroad, guys? It's in the pipeline. It's something that we do want to do, but obviously with the current situation, we don't know. We don't know how long this coronavirus outbreak is going to go on for. So,
sorry, I thought you was on about like being married with kids. That's my current situation. That stops me.
I know I definitely want to do, and we have been speaking to several people about it, but it's kind of it's all on hold at the moment because lockdown and stuff like that.
Yeah, we don't know. It's uncertain times at the moment. And I think it's worthwhile saying that we want to keep on doing this, and we might, if we're all stuck in at home, we might be able to do a few more live shows, or even if it's just us having a general chat, getting you guys involved where we can have a bit of banter. You know, we might be going stir crazy, and this might be our only release. So, yeah, we'll try and help and do things, you know, just to give you a bit of a light entertainment, however you receive it.
Yeah, while everyone's locked down, the only thing that's going to keep you going is Reptile and Chill. So send your donations in to us, for us, obviously, to keep the podcast going while everything's locked. Because, you know, while we're all in lockdown, we can't work. So someone's got to keep the podcast going. I think it should be Chris. Personally,
well,
we can see how much money he's got.
I don't know about
he
you
seems
guys.
to have. Sorry, Hoss. He seems to have the best internet connection out of everybody we know in Northern Ireland.
He's also got the nicest royal pythons as well. So he's clearly got all the cash.
I'm thinking as well, if we do go into lockdown, that we can definitely do more live shows because we're gonna have fuck all else to do, mate.
We're
Yeah,
gonna be bored. I think we're just going to be live all day long.
I've run out of rice.
I honestly think if we're on lockdown after depending on how long it goes on for, in a number of weeks, we might have about 50 or 60 faces on this screen, and we can all just have our own meet. You know what I mean? A virtual meet. There's lots of things we're going to think of doing to try and get the listeners involved.
I think we can have up to 8 people on this software in one go.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we should try and have Raymond, behave yourself. I think we should have like a massive like Reptile and Chill orgy.
By the
We've
way,
got
is
8 people
this the podcast? By the way, or are we bothering with the podcast tonight? Or
on.
nah.
Raymond was saying to me earlier he's quite hurt you haven't asked him to be on the live stream.
Raymond.
Oh, he's got a face for radio though, mate, not for the live show.
That's what I said.
Tell Raymond, I've got a gift for him. and also for £7.50, he can wipe away his tears.
Are you selling it for £7.50 a sheet?
The bidding is starting at £7.50, and might I add, this is Kleenex. So if you want to wipe your bum in style or blow your coronavirus away, like that.
Yeah, the one sheet.
This is still £7.50, by the way, even though I did just blow my nose on it.
Because I don't know what's going to happen, I'm growing my own avocado trees.
What the hell? Oh, those are chocolate cupcakes. Stop lying.
Yeah, I was going to say they look like cupcakes.
I was going to say, so in 40 years' time, Hoss will be all right to eat them.
We're still locked down in 41 years, and I've got all the avocados.
Okay, so
can I just say, on a serious note, and I'll talk about it more on the podcast that we were going to be recording, in a few days' time, but it won't come out for another couple of weeks, will it, Hoss? Because we're a couple of weeks. We're ahead, and a lot can change by then. But it's important to say, has anybody seen the pictures from Italy and China?
Yes. Like, wow.
So in China, nobody's been able to see the sky for a long time because of the smog. All of a sudden, the smog has disappeared. 6 weeks, they've been on lockdown. It just shows how much we are messing up this world we live in. They've all been on lockdown, and all of a sudden, all the sort of like, oh, he's already on it. He's on it already. But already, we're seeing massive effects for the good of the animals. I know Hoss is working hard in the background to try and find some pictures in Italy. Oh, come on. Where's the river with the gondolas?
I'm trying. Everything just comes up unavailable. It's like
In Venice, right?
That's the one, yeah.
The rivers are I mean, it stinks. It really does. You can't see into them. They're muddy. They've only been on lockdown for a couple of weeks, and all of a sudden they have totally cleared up to the point where you can see right the way through to the bottom. You can see the fish swimming around in it.
Can you see this?
So look, something's up. Yes, look.
Yeah.
There you go. So this is what happens when
That's amazing.
you know we don't mess around and be the arseholes we are.
Yeah, man. You know what? I didn't even know I could do that. That's opened up in a different tab. So like, I could go on YouPorn right now and put porn. I'm not going to do it. But say, for instance, look, what can I call this? I can really be careful what I type in. The podcast page, the website just comes up.
Oh, here you go. Check this out. Oh, it's like you sharing your screen, Hoss.
Yeah.
Why do you? God, you think you're so clever, don't you?
I didn't know I could do this. Fuck off.
Chris is so fucking bored. Look at him. He's like, oh my god, I'm actually still here for this shit. Oh
You know
my lord.
You know what? Danny's only fucking going off on me. It's not about him, but I'm about to because
look. There you go.
Yeah,
mate.
boy.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool.
Yes, you can look at our merchandise. So if people are interested, sorry to interrupt, Mike, whilst this is up, you've got our official t-shirt, Summer Vibes, Reptile and Chill, T-Rex versions. We've got Invest, we've got mugs, we've got pink women's ones, we've got pillows.
Excuse me, Mr. Sexist.
Also, if anybody wants
some guys might want a nice pink top.
You can order it in pink and top, but it does say women's, and I can't change that.
Okay. That's
baby grows, hoodies, crew necks.
Oh, just that jumper alone. Nobody's had one of them yet. Who's going to be the first one to buy them?
That crew neck, no, someone's ordered one.
Oh, Danny, that looks nice. No, there's Danny's design.
Yeah, man. So if anyone's got any ideas for merchandise or anything that you want produced, this is the time to be asking us and getting us to do it, because like we're going to be very bored very soon.
Hoss is going to be very bored.
Yeah. To be honest, if we get a lockdown, the next live stream I'm doing from the woods.
I think you should. I think you should anyway, personally. Just because it would be funny.
I thought about doing it tonight, but it's raining, so I thought.
Let's see. That'd be funny to see if you could do it from outside. If I'm honest with you.
Yeah, man, definitely. Right, okay, so are we all good to wrap up, or are we going to carry on for a bit? Chris, what do you want to do?
It's up to you.
Would you like to talk shit, or do you want to go to bed?
Don't really mind, whatever.
What else you got, Chris? You got anything else?
I don't appreciate your
corn snake.
Corn snake? We've never
had one of them.
That's true. They're not actually joking.
Chris Wilson get a corn snake out.
Oh, look, that is a proper original corn snake, isn't it?
Yeah, she's 21
checkered
years old.
scoots. Honestly, how lovely.
Got her at Christmas when I was 7.
Awesome.
Oh, wow. So is this one when we spoke on the podcast? This is the original.
This is the thing that started it all.
She's a beauty.
Wow. They are. I love them, I do.
Very underrated.
They're underrated.
Yeah.
The only problem with corn snakes is they've got a very distinctive smell.
Only the ones that you... No, it's what it is. All snakes either bite Hoss or they musk on him.
No, I always find, no matter how much you clean their enclosure, it always smells of urates.
Hers doesn't.
Maybe that one's broken.
No, Hoss. That's your boxer short drawer next to your bed, mate.
Oh. Anyways, Danny, didn't you want to get something out? Oh, hang on, stop that thought. Raymond has just dropped something. Chris, has your dog got an Instagram account?
No.
Raymond, you send me the link and I'll put it up.
Send the link.
Wow. You
Right.
look.
Comedy gold.
That is worse than me wearing a Michael Jackson glove.
Is that so you don't smudge the screen, Danny, when you're working on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense, mate, why you do that.
Palm rejection.
For
Ryan-
anybody that wants to know, Chris has got a miniature Rhodesian Ridgeback that's been stretched out and squashed down a bit.
I actually, when I was looking to get a dog, I wanted to get a Hungarian Vizsla. But
Yeah,
with working full time, and obviously it's a pointer, so it's a hunting dog. It needs a lot of exercise and stuff, and I just didn't think it was fair to get one. So I just went for one that had its legs chopped off and been stretched out. So it's same sort of thing, like.
Go on, Danny.
Did you say it was a humping dog?
Oh yeah, he humps.
Oh yeah.
You can showcase your dog on the live show, Chris.
Do you want me to go get him?
Yeah, go on. Because he is super cute.
I can't find. I can't even find Chris on there.
Just go to your favourites, mate.
I don't think I've got him. I don't even think I've got Pete Nash, to be honest.
Oh no, you only follow people that sleep under swings,
Basically.
don't you?
Peter Niche.
Just while he's gone, it is important to say, with what's going on with coronavirus, there's going to be a lot of really worried people out there, especially people that work for themselves. There is, I was trying to tell my brother. My brother works for himself, and he's concerned at the moment. There's nothing we can do about this, so it's not. Don't beat yourself up like you would do, if you could have anything to do with it. You can't. So, and the government are not going to kick out hundreds of thousands, possibly millions of people onto the street that work for themselves that haven't got any work and can't afford to pay for their rent or mortgage. There's no way that can happen. There'll be things put into place, whether it's a mortgage, a stop on the mortgage bills, whether it's rent, I don't know, but they physically will not be able to do anything with the amount of people that are not going to be able to earn any money. So it's worth just saying, try and stay as calm as possible. As easy is sitting here saying that. There's nothing we can do about it.
Is that?
Is that like a little Dachshund?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at him. Now,
It's good.
I mean, I don't want to say this, Chris, but I'm going to. I mean, you were saying, if you're retic, that's like the right shape and size for your retic, isn't it?
Green place.
You what?
Oh, yeah.
It's bigger than Peter Niche.
Now you're showing off. We've got a humongous Rhodesian Ridgeback, and it's tiny.
I'd go get Archie, but I'd die in the process. So I'm not going to do it.
Oh, mate. So how old's this one, mate?
Hugo's 2. He was 2 in December.
2 years old. They're a bit of a trendy dog at the moment as well, aren't they? Dachshunds.
Definitely got more popular, yeah.
Yeah, I know they have, mate, because you used to be able to pay about 300 or 400 quid for one. Now you've got to pay about $2,000 for one. So,
he was £1,200.
1,200 quid. It is amazing. But I'm seeing people pay £800, £900, £1,000 for cockapoos and things like that.
You know what's really funny, mate? Because you paid £1,200 for half a basset hound, and basset hounds are only like 900 quid. You know what I
It's
mean?
worryingly true. That is.
It's mad.
Oh,
On about
though.
Basset hounds, I saw mine today at the X's, and
Yeah, I know.
in the field.
Yeah, I know you struggled with that. Did you just drop your dog?
No, put him in bed.
It did sound
not
like he
like
dropped
that.
a little dash out.
All I say is lovely colour. Absolutely
Yeah.
perfect to have a dog. You know what I mean?
Tan.
I wanted
lovely.
to get one of the black and tan ones, and then I seen him. I went up to see the litter, and there was 6 of
They
them.
same as me, Moroccan sunset.
No, you're
It's Moroccan sunset, mate.
right.
There's a difference.
Anyways, let's wrap this fucking shit up.
I need a picture. I need a picture of Chris. Come on,
I'll
because I need
send
to
you
put
one.
him in a little tiara. Come
Oh,
on.
look, he's done it already.
I need
That
to
is
put
brilliant.
him in a. I need to put you in a tiara.
Duck down, and do the campiest pose you've ever done in your life.
The campus pose.
Yeah,
Yeah.
get square on.
Yeah, just square
Come
up
on.
to the camera
Give us a little point and everything.
and do
Come
this.
Come
Just
on,
what?
little-
Just do this.
He's so confused. Chris, you are the most simple person I've ever known. Do you know? There you go. That's perfect.
Do it again, right?
Just do this. Mm. There you
Oh
go.
yes, that is
Done.
brilliant.
We're all good.
Right, send me that. Send me that.
Oh, I love it.
Right then.
Love
So, for everyone who's tuned in, thank you for joining us. Chris, thanks for your time this evening.
Oh, you're welcome.
If you do want to help support our live show and podcast, then please head on over to reptileandchill.com. Look at our hoodies and t-shirts. You'll also find all the information about the show and where you can listen to it, because this isn't the podcast. This is just like us talking shit.
So it's just like the podcast.
Basically.
It's not us talking.
No, it's constructive shit.
Just had video feed. That's all. It's literally the only
Yeah.
difference.
So
Yeah.
you've got the social media. Social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. The handle of Reptile and Chill. I'm trying not to yawn. Community group
Oh,
is
my
Reptile and
word.
Chill community group. So check that out and keep safe. Why? I'm already big enough. Get me smaller. Yeah. So literally, guys, just keep safe. Don't worry. If anyone's got any concerns or wants to vent anything, then whack it in the community group. That's what it's there for. If you are in the local area and you live by me and Mike, and you've got elderly people who are struggling, need things picking up, prescriptions or whatever, just get in touch. And I'm Mike with his neighbours. Yeah, it's all good. Weird, uncertain times ahead. So just let's stay together. That's all we can do.
Chris, are you eating something?
He's not even sharing.
Oh my word! The noise that just come through then was it was like you eating a pork scratching against the microphone. Look at Danny's face. He's
welcome.
not happy.
All right. So apart from that, I'm continuing to sign off. Remember, Reptile Keepers, we have F10. We're good. And Chris, before you go, love you. Bye.
Love you too.
Love you. Bye.
Danny,
Danny's froze.
I think he's
He's not.
froze.
he's not froze.
He is.
It looks like Jabba the Hutt, doesn't it? Yeah.
Looks like that thing off Sesame Street, Baker.
Oh, screenshot that one. Right then, Queen, you like a good nosh. That's a good way to end the show.
Thanks to all our listeners that joined the show tonight. Thank you. It means a lot to us. And like you say, with what's going on in the world at the moment, this might be a great chance for us all to get together. You know, all of the meets have been cancelled now. This might be just our great chance to get together, have a chat, have a laugh like we would do at the meets.
Yeah. Do you reckon we could do like a massive live show, and we have to keep it going all day, and like we can keep popping in and out, and people can keep joining it, and we can.
Don't know.
It's
Be
possible.
mega. That'd
Like
be
a
mega.
live show marathon of ultra shit. Right, anyways, guys, peace out.
Potentially.
Thanks
See
for
you
listening.
later.
Yeah, Chris. Thanks ever so much for joining us, pal.
No problem. Anytime.
Okay, Danny also says goodbye, but
He
he's obviously having some difficulties and he's dropped out. But I know he'll be sending you his love as well, mate.
He'll be pissed off that we're going to end the show without him, to be honest. But who gives a fuck?
I do. I
See you
do.
later.
Mike.
Okay.
Mike.
Yeah.
Oh, he's back. He's back.
Are we still live? I can't hear you or anyone else. Bye.